Welcome everyone everywhere to the Elite Thinking Club. I'm Chris Jules Student and I'm joined tonight by my co-hosts Liz and Michael and a special guest, Luke. How you doing, Luke? You all right? How you doing, Liz? Michael, all good?
Yeah,
good,
all good, mate.
You?
Yeah, not too bad at all. I'm excited. I am excited because I've been wanting to do this episode for a long time, but I just know that I needed someone who knew a bit more about it to be on it. So Luke, welcome. Like, you have been a viewer pretty much from the beginning. Like, we always see you in the comments and you're always there. So appreciate you reaching out and saying, Jules, I know a thing or two about crypto. And I said, would you like to be on the show? And you were like, and I was like, come on, we need you. Come on.
I wasn't too sure, but yeah, let's go for it. Let's just do it.
I love that. I really do. And as well, if you're a viewer and you've been following us for a while, guys, you too could have the opportunity to join us on the show. Pin your ears back. We at the Elite Thinking Club are going to be distributing our own NFTs, which you will learn more about in this episode, that you can actually own. And then that will give you access to our future Discord, which is coming out of the community. So we can all be on there and talking to each other, plus the opportunity to be exactly where Luke is right now and be a guest on the show. So we can talk about anything you want to talk about. So if you haven't done so already and you're watching, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the follow notification button, because, you know, you want to know about this. And then, who knows? You could be where Luke is to talk about whatever you want to talk about. But before we go any further, guys, I do need to say that we are the Elite Thinking Club and we are a podcast dedicated to critical thinking. Critical thinking is the analysis of facts to form a judgment. The subject is complex, which includes the rational, skeptical, and unbiased analysis or evaluation of factual evidence. Critical thinking is self-directed, self-disciplined, and self-monitored, and self-corrective thinking. It presupposes assent to the rigorous standards of excellence and mindful command of its use. It entails effective communication and problem-solving abilities, as well as a commitment to overcome native egocentrism and sociocentrism. I'll get that right one day. In other words, you cannot change anything unless you're willing to understand it, and you cannot understand it unless you're willing to explore it. Good debates don't get ugly. We may talk of things that make people feel vulnerable. Beliefs held sacred may be challenged because of life experiences, but we're not trying to make people wrong or to incite riot, but simply explore. So welcome to the Elite Thinking Club. Amazing. We have Luke Dray on the show to talk about cryptocurrency. So we've got cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFTs, mining, Web3. Does this all mean? Like, what? A lot of people get overwhelmed with this, right? Just like old people get overwhelmed still with internet banking, and everyone's like, oh my God, just get it. It's internet, it's banking online. And it's like, okay, old people get a hard time from you. What do you know about what I've just mentioned? Blockchain, crypto, Web3, mining, NFTs. And you're like that. I don't know. And it's like, well, we'll give the old people a break, all right? Because you're way too young to be feeling that old. But you should be paying attention to how we're evolving and get with the program. So let's take it back. Luke, welcome, by the way. Liz, Michael, guys, sorry, guys. I talk. Hello.
Give you guys start us off easy, Luke. Start us off so it's simple for us.
Okay.
Keep it simple. All right, start with crypto. What is crypto? Go on, Luke. Introduce yourself. Sorry, man.
Well, I'm Luke Dray. I am the operations manager for and part owner of a company called Brit Manufacturing Solutions.
Yep.
We're basically an engineering solutions company. Our main footprint is in the golf industry. Most people, when they think of golf, they think of clubs, gloves, shoes. We don't do any of that. We do the actual thing that cuts the hole on the green for the golfers to put the ball into.
Wow.
So nobody ever thinks
one of the most important jobs then. Without the hole.
Well, yeah, without that, there's no golf, isn't there? So,
without a hole, there's no goal,
yeah. So basically, as we're talking about financial stuff, I have to say, anything that I say now is my own opinion. It's not financial advice. You go out and you spend your money, it's on you. Yeah, so obviously that has to be said before we continue. So crypto, whether the government or whoever else likes it or not, it's money. That's what it is.
Okay.
If you pay for anything in the world and you're getting something for money, it's got a worth, and you should technically be able to trade it for the same thing again or more. you would hope. I mean, everything works that way now. Cars, you know, secondhand car market, everything's going up. Gold, you know, materials to make electric cars, EV batteries, it's all going up in price because the more you use it, the less there is, the more expensive it gets. So crypto, in a sense, is just a digitization of that worth. That's all it is. And when you buy something, you want it to go up in value. So in a sense, the more people that own a crypto coin increases its value because it's a scarce thing. The more people that own them, the less there is on the market to buy. So the price goes up. That's all it is.
Right. And that's what a lot of people struggle to understand when it comes to things like Bitcoin. How have you got these Bitcoin millionaires all of a sudden? And that's simply because there is a limited supply of them. Is that right?
Well, there is a limited supply of Bitcoin, but it all depends on what blockchain your coin is on. So effectively, I mean, it all depends down to the coin, who makes the coin, the rules of the coin effectively. So some coins have a depreciating value because more can be made through mining.
Right.
Other coins have a fixed value because they only ever release a certain amount of coins on the market forever. Okay. And other coins have a set value or a set number, but they release them slowly. So it depends on, you know, the rules of that coin effectively.
Okay. Okay. Right. We're not going to talk about the network and blockchain just yet. I know you mentioned it, like
it's
briefly.
All linked to each other.
It is. Yeah. Everything's, you know, all part of the same thing, but we want to just highlight specific things. Let the viewers and people watching now understand that first, and then we'll move on to the next thing. So let's still talk about crypto coins and the value aspects of it. So in essence, correct me if I'm wrong, it is basically the evolution of money. Like if we trace it back when we were bartering and trading, like, you know, they call it a buck because they were taking skins of deers and trading with those, like a buck skin. They were like, yeah, $3 for this cow or whatever. And then from that, like we evolved to, you know, trading seashells. And then in came, you know, coins. Like they started making metal coins, didn't they? And then from metal coins, someone had the bright idea of, because if you had a lot of metal coins, that's a lot to carry to market, isn't it? So they started doing paper. They started saying, here's the equivalent of 1,000 coins. It saves me carrying 1,000 coins. Here's a bit of paper. And then they created treasuries to back the value of notes, basically, of money distributed, you know, using gold as a gold standard, right? So that's like the evolution. And obviously then along comes the evolution of the notes. So, you know, I don't know, I've got this here. This is an old British pound note, but we don't use this anymore. We now have, you know, new £5, £2 coins. It all evolves, right? So this is the next evolution of where we're going, because it's now, no one really uses cash. It's tap card, isn't it? So after tap card, it's like, what are you tapping? Well, all you're tapping is numbers, really. And then how can you see these numbers? Well, these numbers are in your bank account, and you have to trust that the bankers are doing what they're meant to be doing and managing your money for you, right? Mm-hmm. But with crypto, you're actually in control, aren't you? You're in full control. And why is that important, do you think?
Because it means that your wealth doesn't rely on an economy.
Can you explain that a bit more? Because that was a bit of, that was pretty...
For instance, if our economy in the UK crashed tomorrow, the pound would be worthless, but Bitcoin would still be worth 40 grand a piece.
Boom. Absolutely love it. This is why I get passionate about this. Okay, cool. Now, obviously, I am not hoping that the economy crashes. Of course not, because, you know, I hate to say it, but we're quite all right here. As much as our governments have got like a lot of things to improve on, we don't live in a destabilized country. We don't live in a lot of poverty. You know, we're quite all right. However, crypto now creates what I would call a global, well, like a universal. You just need an email address, and you can own money globally. You can go anywhere and your money's still the same. Doesn't matter if you're in a poor country, but you own crypto, you're technically wealthy. You know, you can be crypto rich because you can then take that crypto and spend it as if you would, well, I say normal money, but fiat money, you know, pounds, dollars, yen.
I mean, you can spend Bitcoin in Tesco's, believe it or not.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
They accept
You can
Bitcoin.
get your, you can get your like card, and you can. There's lots
I
of
love that.
restaurants and places.
I know Lamborghini were accepting
one of those places
crypto.
where you can buy Bitcoin on Revolut, and you can use Revolut to pay using your Bitcoin.
So let's get this straight. This evolutional step to taking ownership for your own money, having crypto money, in case the economy crashes, pounds go down and, you know, all that good stuff, your money still stays at market value of crypto. Could crypto crash?
Yes. Because
okay.
It is still a type of economy. For instance, the more money that is spent on Bitcoin means the more worth Bitcoin has. If people sold, like for instance, if all of the, say there's like the top 10 holders of Bitcoin in the world, if they all sold their Bitcoin tomorrow, the price could plummet. That's when I'd be buying. But
you're a trader, all right? You like to watch the markets.
I do a bit of trading, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's a whole nother conversation, guys. If you're into trading, you know, even DM Luke, you're all right for accepting DMs, Luke?
Yeah, if you want to message me and talk about it, I'll
love that. And also check out his company as well. I will be getting the details after, Luke. We'll put it on the description because people actually, you never know who's watching. They might want you for your services. And I love that, actually. So the Elite Thinking Club, if you haven't done so already, guys, hit the subscribe, hit the like, follow, because, you know, future episodes, you want to be involved. Plus, I'm going to talk about it later on in this episode, the NFTs that we've got coming out. But we've kind of got our heads around crypto now, and people have got a basic understanding of what it is. So it's up to them now to do a little bit more research. You should definitely do a little bit more research into it. However, that is pretty much the nuts and bolts of it. It's just another way to spend your wealth. And personally, I think it's a lot safer in a sense that what we're going to talk about now, which is blockchain technology, as opposed to trusting your money with the bank. So let's evolve the conversation. Liz, Michael, you're still with us. You're good, yeah? We're good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, all good.
Anytime, honestly, guys, anyone watching and you've got any questions, ping them in the comments because we will be asking those toward the end. So now moving on to blockchain technology, I get passionate about this. This is what I'm really excited about because I kind of understand it more. But if you want to take the lead on this though, Luke, can you explain to our viewers simply what blockchain is? Because before I go any further, before I allow you to do that, sorry, it isn't just for crypto, is it? This is like a technology that can be applied to so many different things. And this is why I get real passionate about it, especially as an elite thinker, because, you know, we can apply it to things to help us, really, really help us as people. So before I get all passionate and start spilling off, Luke, can you explain blockchain and then tie it into the crypto, please?
So effectively, blockchain is just a system of recording changes effectively and making those changes unchangeable once they've been made. And if you have one block and another block, and they link together, this block will contain like a hash code of this block.
And that's like a fingerprint, isn't it? That's like a
personalized
link
it together. And then if you have a third block, this block will contain the hash code from this block. So if I change the hash code in this block, every other block after it will say, hold on a sec, that's wrong, that's been changed. And it either won't push the information through, or it basically won't link itself to that anymore because it will think, no, that's wrong. And that tells the rest of the chain that there's an error that's occurred here, or that there's a problem, or you've been hacked. But because of the advanced cryptography, which is used between those 2 points, it's almost impossible to change that information anyway.
So to give the viewers an understanding of what we're saying, I'm going to go and grab a Rubik's Cube. That will probably really help, like a Rubik's Cube, yeah? So just bear with me 2 seconds. All right, sweet. So this is my Rubik's Cube, and I've got a special pattern on it at the moment. Let me just change that. Right, so imagine that this Rubik's Cube represents one of the blocks, and I've got one, Liz has got one, Michael's got one, and Luke's got one. Let's say the white side is the data, the information, and my color is red, and Liz's color is green, and Luke's color is yellow, and Michael's color is orange. If I send this data information to Liz, what her block will say is green and red. Am I right, Luke, in that? It would say, because that's her colors. And then if she sends that to you, the same data goes, but then it creates a new thing. So it'd be like red, orange. I know that's who's what color? I forgot. Michael, you're orange. Oh.
Yeah, I'm orange.
You're orange. Liz is red. What was I again? Green. Is that right? So anyway, basically, when we're connecting and we're creating these chains, this data gets transferred to each block. And if someone tries to come along and put in data that we don't recognize, it's binned off. You're not allowed in. You either get with the program, like the data that's already, the hash print, the fingerprints that's already in the network, or you're not allowed in the network. And that's why the security of blockchain is awesome.
And the security of your money.
Yes, because bankers, not that I know any personally, but there's been a lot of corruption in banks, hasn't there, in the past, and a lot of meddling with accounts and loopholes and all that sort of shit. Not cool. So with blockchain technology, it's secure your income. So yeah, we cut out the middleman, basically.
So blockchain can be applied to a lot of different technologies. I mean, I think it was actually originally invented to track the changes in electronic documents. So for instance, if you had a legal document and you made a change to it, you would be able to track that change using blockchain technology and know if the change was done by an authorized person or not. I mean, some people use it in supply chain I think it was Walmart used it in supply chain to find out where an item becomes damaged in the supply chain by having visual checks. And those checks can't be changed or moved or foisted onto someone else, like someone dropped something and then they're like, oh no, I'll just put that on Fred's pile because, it won't come back to me then. But
yeah, they can't palm it off.
But if Fred inspected it and said, actually, this has just come from someone else's pile and noted that at the time, then they know exactly where it got damaged.
I love that. And this is why I get passionate about blockchain technology, because like you said, it can be applied to so many different industries. And the ones that I'm really passionate about are medical data of people, like GDPR, and it can't be tampered with, can't be, messed with. If you're sending it, the data, it has to be in the chain, and we can literally locate it or see where someone's tried to mess it up. And you can't even mess it up because, in order for you to mess it up, you have to manipulate the whole network, which it's just ridiculous.
But that's the thing as well, is that the network is effectively a published ledger. So every single transaction that's ever occurred on that blockchain, everyone has a copy of it.
Yes.
And whenever a block is added, everyone receives a copy of that extra block that's been added.
Yes. So earlier, Liz, when we did that withdrawal, you asked me to help you do a crypto conversion to British pounds. And it took about 10 minutes. That's because that 10-minute window was the network confirming with everybody else in the network that what you are, like who you are, is legit, and you're still with the network. And it's like, yeah, okay, cool. And that happened very quickly with the millions of people on the network. It took about 10 minutes, but it happened really quickly. Love that. Luke, thank you so much for explaining blockchain. Oh yeah, one more thing that I get passionate about as well with the blockchain technology is voting. You cannot mess with blockchain. So if we're using data as in I'm on my computer and I'm logging in to vote, my vote goes on a blockchain network. So it's all accounted for. There is no manipulation. There's no scope for the conspiracy of, oh, they're always rigging the votes. Nah, you can't rig it. It's on blockchain network.
And I prophesy this now, a certain group of people who are going to learn to absolutely hate this technology is criminals, believe it or not.
Good.
Your entire record will be on there. You know, everything will be on there. I mean, you know, that like the citizenship points system, you know, if you drop a bit of rubbish on the floor and it's caught on CCTV, you could have like citizenship points added to your record effectively. So there are ways that this technology could be used in bad situations. I disagree with you know, having citizenship points and things like that other places are implementing. But
not heard about this, but this is worth exploring. Elite Thinking Club, let's go. Hats on, everyone everywhere. What do you think about that? We want to know. Put it in the comments. That was very.
It's happening in China, isn't it?
Yeah, that's.
It's happening
I'm trying to avoid saying that.
Yeah, no, it's happening in China, and it's very, very much Black Mirror. If you haven't seen Black Mirror, you should.
Yeah, it is.
There's an episode. It is very much Black Mirror, and I go on and on about it because a lot of what you see in Black Mirror is now happening in our society. So it's quite freaky. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I disagree with this.
No, that has just made me think we might have to do another episode on this. We might have to go into a bit more detail about that, because I know that we're focusing now on trying to help people understand the basics of, you know, crypto, blockchain, and we're moving on to the next topic, but or the next segment of it. But that right there has that's worth exploring.
The biggest like difference, because when I hear blockchain, I admittedly just assume it is the same as crypto. So is there like a massive difference?
So,
like,
so blockchain is the system that allows cryptocurrency to perform or act the way it does, with the security that it does. This behind me, this is actually a blockchain.
okay.
So the only thing that makes the blockchain used by crypto is the crypto. So,
and that's the data. Crypto's the data.
The block of information, the only thing that changes is the information contained within that block. It could be electronic changes to documents. It could be cryptocurrency documentation. It could be names and addresses, wallet value.
Right. Okay.
All of that kind of information.
I'm for it. I'm all for it. I think it's brilliant because it can't be tampered with. It's very clever the way it works. And I think that's the security that we as a people need to have, because, you know, there's so much corruption that's been happening in the past. And these new technologies coming in can really revolutionize and give the power back to each and every one of us. There is no one higher nor lower. We're all in the same network. Do you get what I'm saying? But there's a lot more detail to that. Like things are like, I suppose you still have to pay for them, like with the gas fees, Luke. You know, that's something people need to know about.
See, the thing about gas fees is, to be honest, if you search around and you find a good platform, you don't really pay gas fees. It depends. It depends on who your provider is, who your wallet provider is, what crypto you're buying. You know, you pay fees almost everywhere anyway. Like even just to convert your money from pounds to dollars, you'll pay a fee.
Like a conversion rate.
That's effectively what it is. You know, it's
okay. So just for viewers that, I mean, we've just introduced this gas fee thing, but like, just so you're aware, guys, like in order for this technology to take place, and we're going to talk about the next thing, which is mining, these fees pay for something. And this is exactly what we're moving on to. The fee that you're paying actually helps with the network. It's got to be run somewhere. I mean, if you've got a computer, you've got to pay an electric bill to charge it up. You know, if you've got a light, you've got to pay your electric bill to have electronic lights in your home. Same with like cars, they don't run without fuel. You've got to pay for fuel. So these fees aren't just something that's been made up. They're actually covering something. And that's normally the cost of the mine, which we're going to talk about in a sec, and the hash rate of that mine, which is in essence
Speed.
the speed. Luke, can you help us talk about what a mine is and why it's there to help with the whole connection of blockchain and crypto? And yes, help us.
So effectively, mining is using computer processing power to add blocks to the blockchain. And in order to do that, because blockchain uses complex algorithms to create the links between blocks and uses cryptography in between those blocks, you need processing power to be able to do that and to run the blockchain technology. And when you mine, you're adding processing power to the blockchain, and then effectively you're being paid in cryptocurrency for that mining action.
Yeah. So I was very fortunate, right, to stumble on an opportunity to actually invest in a mine. I don't own all of it. I own 10% of it, but I will get 10% of its returns. So all of these gas fees that are going on all the time, like daily, even your withdrawal today, Liz, you paid a fee. In essence, all you were doing was paying for the use of a mine and its processing power to ensure that your withdrawal goes through, right? Love that, Luke. So thank you so much for explaining that. Do you mine, Luke?
Yes, I have a rig, and it was actually my father-in-law who came up with the idea of doing this, and he's quite an innovative person, and he's definitely one of those guys who I would say is an early adopter of most things. He loves new things. He loves trying new things, even if it means having to, have a bit of expense to try it. He just wants to be.
Thank you, Michael. Look at that. Yeah, sorry, Luke, to interrupt there.
Yeah.
Just showing that picture, Michael.
That's exactly what they look like when they're messy.
So that, in essence, is like row upon row of mini computers with a lot of processing power, mining blockchain and crypto coins.
See, that kind of rig setup that you've got there, that would be used when someone is mining alone. So they would have their own mining pool, and they would have containers of those things running for them.
Okay.
Now,
just so
mine,
sorry, yeah,
effectively only having one rig with say 6 to 8 to 10 cards, you can actually mine as part of a pool, which is other people mining together with you to solve the same block. So you're linking together with lots of other people to complete that block faster.
And that's probably what I got myself into, to be fair. But they just said to me that, yes, you will have 10% of it, but you must be aware that there is a maintenance man and there is an electricity bill. So once all the fees are collected, we will be deducting the electricity bill, and we have to pay the maintenance man to make sure that everything's still running. And I said, that's cool. To be honest, I'm still new to this. I just, to take a stab at it, really. Let's just see how it works. And it is awesome. Like, I am the same as you. You can do this too. You just got to learn a little bit more about it, understand what you're doing, and learn the basics, and just keep evolving with it, because it's definitely something that, we're evolving too. And I love that. Luke, thank you so much for talking about that. Right. Now let's get excited about this. Oh, sorry, Liz, Michael, do you have any questions?
Sorry. Yeah, can I just ask, how did you learn, to do mining and stuff, Luke? Did you have to watch loads of videos? Did you have to practice? Did you do a course, or?
No, all of the knowledge that I have about stocks, shares, crypto, it's all self-taught just by reading stuff, to be honest. And in order to build the rig that we have, we actually drew on the knowledge of other people. So we know a really experienced IT engineer, and there are so many things that you have to do to make your rig efficient, clocking them to the right speed, finding the right pools, downloading the correct firmware to the motherboard, having the proper cooling set up efficiently, having the right power supplies, and then sourcing all of that and making sure that all the computer components are compatible with each other, having the right patch leads made out of the right materials so you get effective heat loss and data transmission at the right speed.
Wow, it sounds...
There's a lot involved.
Yeah.
And then it's also, you can't just plug all this stuff in and leave it on a desk. You have to put it like is being shown in the image, which is below me. Most people, that is how ours looks. It's in a frame and mounted all correctly with fans blowing air the right way. You have to have a good...
I had no idea. It had that side to it. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's really, really involved. I don't understand the main aspects of making that work and putting it together, but thankfully there are IT engineers that do. So
yeah. All right. No, awesome. Great question. And Luke, well done for explaining as well. I know it's a lot of sometimes part of me going into all the technical terms and stuff like we're trying to not do, but for the viewers, guys, I hope you're really enjoying this episode, and I really hope you're taking a lot from it. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe, hit the like, and comment, and let us know what you're thinking and feeling. If you have any questions, we'll answer them at the end. Michael, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, this is the bit I like, the mining side, because I've mined on a few things, because it's very much like folding at home. So I don't know if anyone knows about folding at home, but that was more for medical research than for this, but it's the same concept. So you break it down into a little bit and then you chip away at your own little bit. Yeah, but yeah, I did that on my laptop. I'm just looking now, but I've only got 0.000344488 Bitcoin. So like so small, but I gave it a go just to see if my laptop could do it, and I'll probably do it again. But yeah, I like the mining side of it. And yeah, I mean, my laptop's on anyway.
Never knew, Michael. I love that. I love that. Yeah. See, so this is what we're saying. Like, you get involved, learn a little bit here and there, give it a go, see how it goes. I mean, it's brilliant. It's actually brilliant.
There is something really important about this as well that I find is useful. When you're trading, because you can trade crypto as well. You know, it is a market. It does. Some of it can be quite volatile. Whenever you are trading in these things, I always follow my gut feeling. You have to have almost like you can either listen to your head, and you can look at things on the internet and do a lot of due diligence about what you think is going to happen to a coin to decide whether it's good to buy. But I personally, I always go on my gut feeling. You know, even if my gut feeling is telling me buy that now and wait 2 years or wait 4 years, your gut feeling when it comes to doing this kind of stuff on the internet has to kind of consider what you're reading online, what you're reading in everywhere. Like Reddit is a great place for this, because what Reddit allows you to do is take a general consensus of thousands of different people's opinions. And the only way I can describe gut feeling is that if you read for 2 hours and then try and process that information in a fuzzy way, you'll realize what your gut is feeling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, that's really important when you're considering investing in this kind of stuff. You need to do a lot of reading and then trust your gut.
Awesome. So for those that are new to the space, obviously there's a lot more to it than just getting on it and just buying some crypto and hoping for the best. You do need to know what you're kind of doing. And that's what we're trying to do, just introduce you into the idea that cryptocurrency, you can buy stuff with it. It's safer than, well, I say safer. It's on blockchain technology, which cuts out the middleman. There are fees because obviously you understand about the electrics and the processing power, hash rate, which is called, and the computers behind it. So you are starting to gain an understanding of how this is working. But this is what I get really excited about now. NFTs, the non-fungible token. This is like, this took crypto, if you will, to a whole nother level. So this is why I get excited about it, because we at the Elite Thinking Club have got NFTs that are going to be released throughout the year for you guys, our followers and viewers. And this is an opportunity for you to own a digital asset that will also grant you access to the Elite Thinking Club exclusive VIP lounge in our Discord, plus the opportunity to be on the show like Luke is right now and talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, but also own a digital asset that actually gains value over time. So Luke, you spoke about trading wise, knowing what you're buying, and is it for 2 years, is it for 4 years? But the NFT like boom right now is taking off like a rocket ship. There are a lot of people who bought NFTs early on and then have resold those NFTs for like ridiculous amounts. You can buy one for $500 and then people have sold it for $40,000. And an artist called Tory Lanez attached his, I think it's like a mixtape or an album to about 1,000 NFTs, or was it 1,000? I don't know the exact numbers, but he attached them to NFTs. So when his fans bought the NFTs, they bought his album and then they owned the NFT, listened to the album. Once they were done, they resold it, and they resold it for more. One went for 60,000. Now, I'm not saying that I can promise you're going to make that sort of money, but what I am saying to you is NFTs have now revolutionized ownership of digital assets. So it can be digital art, it can be an MP3 file, it can be a specific video, it can be even attachment to a club. If you're looking at the Elite Thinking Club, I've posted a little bit of information about NFTs, and you know what? I'm going to look it up now so I can read it out. But while I do that, Luke, can you elaborate on NFTs? Do you know anything about?
I actually know nothing about them whatsoever. This is where I start learning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in learning about these because I have no idea what they are at all. So.
I will say one thing though. If Banksy ever gets on this and you get the chance to buy one, buy it.
Yeah.
100%. Why would you do?
I have a feeling that sort of thing's going to happen, isn't it?
But it's Banksy. Like, look at how much his street scrolls sell for now. I mean, if you get the first ever Banksy NFT, you're going to be quids in.
That's what I'm saying, because it's digital art, right? That's the value behind a Banksy. But with NFTs, it isn't just about the digital art. You can actually have real life. Sorry, guys, my phone's going off. I've got to turn it down. You can actually have an NFT that grants you like real world value. You know, this is just the beginning of NFTs. NFTs are going to be attached, I think, to like mortgage deeds. They're going to be attached to like car sales. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, I need to find the post that I'm trying to talk about here, but
I guess you could make an NFT a blueprint to the house that you buy. So effectively, when you buy a house, you get an NFT with it of the blueprint.
Yes. Okay.
Here
we go. What is an NFT? What is a non-fungible token? NFTs, and how can I profit from an NFT? NFTs have changed the market for digital assets. Their ownership can be traced via blockchains, and are easy to certify and transfer. So we can use them to create markets in a variety of different goods. NFT creator teams can grant additional tokens to their NFT holders. So if you own an NFT, this effectively makes you an investor, a member of a club, a brand, shareholder, and part of a loyalty program all at once. Setting up your account is easy. You can acquire NFTs easily. And we at the Elite Thinking Club are using the most popular platform at the moment called OpenSea.io. And you can view all of our NFTs on OpenSea. And when they are released, you can purchase them using cryptocurrency. So it's that there that I wanted to highlight more for people that haven't done it yet. If you want to do crypto trading, definitely do what Luke does, and that's do your due diligence. If you just want to get an NFT, it's really simple. Go to OpenSea, set up your account where you can, that's a marketplace for NFTs. Then OpenSea are so transparent. They say, right, you need to own a digital wallet, right? So you own a digital wallet, and it's so simple. You literally buy cryptocurrency. So we're selling our NFTs on the Ethereum network, which is ETH. And as long as you have enough money in your account to the amount of an NFT, which is like buying anything, you buy it with digital cryptocurrency. And that is that. Keep hold of it, get all of the value that comes with it, access to the club, all that good stuff, get on the show, all that good stuff, and own an original, very first Elite Thinking Club NFT, because as this podcast grows, like it says, you're a member of a club, you're a shareholder. Let's say that the podcast takes off, gets huge, get massive, and you own the very first NFTs that you got very cheap. I can't even begin to imagine what you can profit on from one of those NFTs. And well, that's to see in the future. Early adopters, you know what it is. You know what it is. So yeah, it's all there, guys, in the links in the description. Really appreciate you being on the show, Luke. Really, it really. Liz, Michael, do you feel like you've got more of an understanding now of like cryptocurrency, blockchains, and?
I do, yeah, definitely with regards to the blockchain part. And I just think that with crypto, like even when I go on the apps, like today when I spoke to you, Jules, I get quite overwhelmed, Luke, because of all of the different you know, coins and currency, all of the, you know, when you go on the trading and it's like all these different figures and lines. I'm like,
do you use?
So I use so I've got crypto in Hyperfund, or Hyperverse as it's known now. So I joined up to that a couple of years ago via a friend of mine that is on there, and I looked at some of the information, and like you said earlier about, like, there's lots of information online you can look at, but to go with your gut feeling. So I kept hearing about all this crypto and Bitcoin for quite a few years via different friends. And I kept thinking, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? And one of my friends sent me some information. I looked at some of it, didn't look at all of it, but something told me to get involved. My gut feeling was like, yeah, this is something that is going to be about, and we're going to have to know about. So, and I'm very open-minded, so I thought I'll get in there a little bit. So I'm on Hyperverse, and I use OKX and I use Binance. I do also think I have an account with Coinbase. So yeah, they're the ones that I use and that I'm on. Yeah, so far it's been good. You know, I've put a little bit of money into it, and definitely, you know, got my money back and some, and it's still building up as we speak, and I'm still rebuying a lot of the time. And today actually I did my first withdrawal in ages, and I had to call up Jules because it's been so long I forgot how to do it. And because like obviously you've got to get it right when you do the transfers and the withdrawals and stuff. See, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just speak to Jules and double check, because I didn't want to tick the wrong thing and then it's out there and I've lost, you know.
I find the most user-friendly platform is definitely Binance.
Yes, that's my preferred.
They have their light version of the app, which makes everything so simple. You know, you don't have to worry about tons of things going up and down the screen. You don't have to worry about futures, you know, spot trading, all of that stuff. It's real simple when you go onto the light version, and you just kind of, yeah, I like that, the look of that graph. I'll buy some and then see what happens.
I think I definitely need to look into like understanding it a bit more, and sort of like maybe the trading element, and just learning about the different coins and stuff, because I think it's like anything, the more knowledge you have on it, the more sort of trusting and empowered you feel at using it and being involved with it. So
there's something about in this world, there's one thing that will always constantly attract money to it, and that is innovation. Anything that is innovative in this world will accrue wealth and value. So if you can research about a type of coin that is doing something innovative that other coins aren't doing, and you realize that there's something about that coin that makes it different to everything else, that is a sure sign that good things will happen.
I love that you've said that, Luke, because I'm literally about to talk about the final thing, which is Web3. What is Web3? Okay, I got shown this. I don't know like how it came about, but I just suppose it's something to do with like law of attraction, frequencies, you know, what you are thinking it attracts, right? And I came across this company called Elongate. Elongate are creating a platform that actually rewards people in crypto for using the platform, basically. And it's about social media. So if you're a creator, like say for example, us, the Elite Thinking Club, and we have a space on Elongate, our viewers will get paid to share, like, comment, and it's all done in different tiers. And that there is what I'm moving on to. So, but the thing is, it's not done on the internet as we know it. So Web 1 was the era of static web pages. Okay, bear with me. So a static web page, yeah, you understand. It was just like www.something took you to a website. Yeah. Web 2 is the era of centralization. So that's when you actually got like things like Google, for example. Everyone now, so well, say everyone now, but it's the most popular one. It's like you centralize everything in one app or one thing, and that's your Googles. That's like your apps, if you will, your Facebooks. It's centralization. That's Web 2, and that's run on servers owned by that company. Now let's look at Web 3. Is the next phase of the internet and society. It will be fully decentralized online ecosystem based on the blockchain. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that we're no longer relying on a server that has all the information about you, all of those, what is it, cookies and all that stuff. So you feel like you're constantly being watched. What we now got is a blockchain network of the internet where we can set up our own, like we can do our own searches. We can actually explore the blockchain, like rather than having a centralized always go into Google kind of thing, you know. And it's got its pros, got its cons, but I'm definitely excited about that. And again, for you guys, it's called Elongate. Would love to know what you guys think about it when you do your searches. It's ELONGATE. I'll put all the links in the description when the video is released on YouTube. Yeah, so guys, is there anything else anyone wants to add to this conversation? Like, do we have any questions in the comments? Is there anything more you guys want to say? Like, because I love this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really all about this. It's the future, isn't it? Who doesn't get excited about the future? I mean, come on, optimism.
I mean, I think that crypto, I don't think it's middle-aged yet. So I think that there's still a lot that is going to happen probably in the next 10 years. I mean, I know everyone probably knows this already, but if you want to see a glimpse of what is going to happen with cryptocurrency, just follow Elon Musk on Twitter, and you'll see even just him allowing merch, you know, hats to be bought with Dogecoin. The first person who actually does step into that world and says, right, we're not using money anymore, we're only using this one cryptocurrency. If it is a company like Tesla that does that, that's when you're going to start seeing big changes, and you'll probably see a lot of problems that start to arise, because I truly think that there will be resistance, you know, from the powers that be when people start doing that kind of changeover. I think that if they see money starting to be filtered away from the standard systems, there's going to be a massive amount of resistance to it.
Yeah, because away goes their flipping bonuses at the end of the year that they can no longer get. And I'm like,
but it's
yeah,
like the end of
right.
another system, isn't it? It's the end of a system that they've had.
The same way that cash is now a pensioner, to be honest. It's in its retirement days, to be honest. So yeah, gone are the days where you had nice crispy £10 notes. Now they're plastic. You know?
Evolution. The evolution. And the thing is, what I love about it as well is that you are in full control of your life. There's nothing better than feeling in control of your life. And if you're in control of your finances, like in a sense that no one can manipulate it and all that good stuff, all for it. Like we've got to go forward. Like I love blockchain technology. I love how it's so transparent and clear. Voting systems aren't rigged. Banking isn't rigged. You know, we are all part of the network. Our blocks confirm when someone's trying to mess it up, when someone's trying to get involved. It's like, you know, you can't mess with this system. It works. You know what I mean? That's why it's secure, and that's why we trust it. That's why we're all involved in it. And yes, you're right, Luke. I truly believe there's going to be some resistance, and that's simply because some people fear change. They don't know why they fear change. It's just the way that they're wired. It's like, oh no, I don't like change.
Something that I would welcome though is the introduction of things like Bitcoin, USA coin, you know, because effectively we are already in that era of using invisible money from a bank anyway. You know, when you spend money on your card, you don't see that money. You don't actually know if it exists. It's just a number on a ATM screen in front of you or your PC screen. So effectively that already is Bitcoin. It's just not using the same technology.
Yeah, it's not on blockchain. That's what I want to highlight. It still isn't on blockchain. If it's on blockchain technology, I trust it more because it cuts out the trust I have to have with a banker. Not that I've got anything wrong with bankers and I can't tar them all in the same brush. All right, let's get it right. But if you know, you do your research, do your due diligence and see all of the corruption that happens, you got to watch out for that shit. And where with blockchain technology, and another thing, are they called contracts? They have contracts. You can have smart contracts within blockchains. So these smart contracts can't be tampered with. They can't be and it's a set of instructions so that when you do a transaction, it's recorded. And they're coming in as well, which is maybe something we could do another episode on. Let's see what we get feedback from this episode. But has anybody else got anything they want to add to this conversation?
Have we got any comments?
No comments.
No.
Did we have any viewers?
We have viewers. Just I think everyone's just taking it in. And,
yeah.
It's a lot to take on, when you're new to it. We have got viewers, of course. What do you need to look forward to? You need to look forward to the NFTs that we will be releasing as the Elite Thinking Club. It's going to be awesome, I swear. The first 5 will be released on my birthday, which is next month. And then after that, as soon as those 5 go, the next lot will be released. And then the next lot after that, and the next lot after that, and it will just keep on going. But why is it important to get in early? Well, because from being early, it's cheaper. Once there is value in something, the price goes up, like Luke mentioned earlier. So if you do get them early and you're in, you'll be straight into the membership, which is the Elite Thinking Club, part of the club, and you'll be on the show. So basically, how are we going to know when you want to be on the show? I'm going to use a random number generator live on an episode, and whatever number comes up, whoever owns that NFT of that number, we'll be in contact and get you on. Right. Again, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the follow button, notification button. Make sure you're following us on other socials as well. If you want to message Luke, you can do so. I'll put his contact details in the description. And also, if you want to look more into his company, do so. If you know anything about golf or if you're in that industry, there's your man. And obviously trading, there's your man. And crypto, there's your guy. Right. So I love that. He's part of the community and he's always welcome. Luke, you are always welcome back on the show, my friend.
Thanks, guys. It's been good. It's been good to be here. It's been a good experience for me. Thank you so much.
It's been good to have you. Thank you. Thanks
Seriously.
for explaining things and making it make more sense.
Man, for real. Okay, guys, everyone, everywhere, from me and the team, thank you very much. Peace and love.